Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rider Ramblings. It's a gorgeous day, although about 4 degrees colder than when I did my last video a couple of days or so ago. Oh, should I say when I recorded my last video a couple of days or so ago, because this probably won't go out for 4 or 5 days. Yes, I rather like this warmer weather, bearing in mind this is February. It is middle of, there or thereabouts. So, I've got a little bit of a problem with the front brakes on this bike. When the brakes are cold, the front brakes are cold, they're sticking a bit, specifically the left-hand side. Now, I did take the caliper off and I scrubbed the pistons with a very soft toothbrush and cleaned the pistons down. They were pristine. There was some brake dust, but that was about it. But I cleaned the whole system down, put it all back together again, and although it is very slightly better, it's not fixed. So I think I'm going to have to buy some brake seals and redo the seals on the brakes and clean them all out and see what's what. We will see. I was doing some pricing actually, looking at the various websites for pricing just on brake seals. This is, for this particular bike, and there is a big disparity of prices between the various different countries, France, Holland and the UK. Admittedly, the UK only, the site I was looking at in the UK only had patent parts. They didn't have OEM. And so that was considerably cheaper. 25 quid I think it was, including VAT for a full set. Where it is, 30 euros, including VAT, for the full set in Holland. And in France it was even more expensive. But the ones from, we're not supposed to call it Holland, are we? The Netherlands, were OEM. So possibly that's part of the reason. I mean, when you think that they're just relatively thin pieces of rubber, well, I imagine they're rubber or they're some form of rubberized compound, rather expensive, but never mind. So that will be an upcoming video at some point. I'll take the brake calipers off and replace the seals, and at the same time clean out the complete system and that type of thing, and we'll see. Oh, I'll tell you what shocked me. There's a little, I don't know what you could call it, clip, but it's made of rubber. Well, a rubberized material. And I mean, this thing is tiny. I mean, absolutely minuscule. That goes on the end of the pins on the on the calipers to hold the brake pads in, and they wanted, what was it, €7 a piece. I think it was €7 a piece for this. It must have been bigger than I would have said, about 5 or 6 mil in total. I mean, that's the the diameter, 5 or 6 mil. So yes, I was quite surprised at that one. But I mean, okay, yes, these things get hot, so I can imagine they need to be some sort of specialised material. And I do understand that on earlier models of this bike they used it was a split pin type thing. It wasn't actually a circlip, but now they're using this rubberized thing. Oh well, that's life. Anyhow, there's a big service for this bike coming up in May. So I will do all the work then, the first couple of weeks in May. She will be 4 years old, so I'm going to give a complete service. I mean, things are well out of step on the service routine because of the gearbox recall. So she's had the engine out twice, actually, if I remember rightly, to fix things, because they messed it up on the first one. And so consequently they've done quite a lot of work on her, as I say, and so everything's a bit out of step on oil changes and filter changes and coolant changes and things like that. So I'm going to bring it all back into step completely in May, when I do one of the big services. The only thing that I might have problem with is you've got to check the bearings on the suspension linkage at the back, and to do that you need to be able to lift the bike completely off the ground at the rear, because you have to remove the center stand, and I don't actually have a system to do that, so I'm going to have to look at either buying something to do that, or seeing if there's a workshop available where I can take it to, where they have a system where I can raise the rear end of the bike completely off the ground. Well, it doesn't have a center stand, so that's something we'll have to see. But anyhow, that will be coming up in May, and so there should be a full service video completely. Well, it'll probably be a number of videos coming up end of May, beginning of June time. So that's something to look forward to. The next video, I think, will be another how-to, but this is a very simple one. I bought some protectors for the saddlebags, the side cases, whatever you want to call them, the panniers. I can't see the colour of the lights. That's better. Oh, they're digging up the road down here, aren't they? Which is a real mess. So So it's some protectors that I bought for the panniers, because I've noticed on occasion I have actually managed to catch them with my boot, and it is leaving a mark, unfortunately. So I shall put those on. I got them off somebody on Facebook, a chap called TT Meg, who's on a number of the FJR forums, if anybody's interested. I got this thing off one of the forums, not off TT Meg, but off Frank. I can't remember his second name, but I got that off one of the forums. It's actually very good. It vibrates just a little bit too much. I've got to find a method of stopping a little bit of the vibration. But there's no... when the phone is on here, it does vibrate a little bit, so I'll have to do that. Right, anyhow. An electric scooter, a BMW. So, yes, he's playing with his screen. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah. See what he's doing. I much prefer this one. Don't have to do much playing. As you can see, that was it. Okay, well, I shall go for my nice run in this warm weather. I think it's about 14, 15, oh, it says 16 degrees, so not so bad. And not sure about that indicator. You can't really see it very well on that BMW, but never mind. Right, I shall enjoy my run out in the warm weather. It says 16 degrees, although the forecast was threatening 14 to 15, so we'll see you next time. So please like, comment, share and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.